everyone. Alrighty, welcome to another session, a Q&A session. We'll start off right away from Sheba6789 had the question: when you drive over the road, do you drive the same truck every week or do you drive a different truck? Now, I'm dedicated to this truck, so pretty much it's this one truck. That's why I have all the stuff that I do in it. Can you imagine me trying to move everything out of this truck every week? No thanks. I'd be packing a lot lighter if that were the case. So yeah, I am dedicated to this one truck. Alright, from Cari Jonah, Carijona, asks, can you avoid scale houses using the Rand McNally? No. You can route yourself around them if you know where they are. I mean, they show up on the map so that you can see them, but it doesn't let you press the avoid button. It is illegal, so Rand McNally's not gonna. But there is ways that you can manipulate the routing to go around it if you really want. Okay, James Egg 2569, I know that's probably not the way you're supposed to pronounce it, asked if I can do a quick video or a video of equipment that you take for you new drivers. I will do one. It may not go up this week, but I will do one. Okay, so we've got one from Alan Roebuck. Okay, his question's pretty simple. It's when I'm backing up to a trailer, do I jump out and check the fifth wheel height, or do I just back under? Well, number one, in our yard, all the trailers are dropped pretty much the same height. There's only 20 of us. We pretty much everyone knows how to drop the trailer correctly. But so when we're backing under with experience, I mean, we can look through our mirror and we can roughly tell what the height of that trailer is when we're backing under it, and we can feel it going up against the rub rails and up onto the fifth wheel. And with experience, you know how far to back up before you say, hey, wait a second, I should have touched something by now, let's stop and take a look. For you new guys out there, I suggest you back up looking in your mirror, and when you see your first set of tandems go underneath or come to the edge of the trailer, I suggest you just stop real quick, get out, take a look, because if you're picking up in a strange yard or drop yard or terminal, whatever, you've got lots of trailers. Some drivers don't necessarily drop the trailers properly. They crank the dollies too hard and they drop the trailer too high. If you've got a different ride height on your tractor, or you've got different size wheels, that could really be troublesome for you, because if you let that kingpin hop over your fifth wheel, trust me, it is a real pain in the ass to crank that trailer up higher so that you can get back out from under it. So yeah, my suggestion is stop, take a look. You're always takes what, 3 seconds, 4 seconds to jump out, make sure that your fifth wheel or the trailer isn't too high and that your fifth wheel is going to connect properly. So yeah, definitely jump out. Okay, Symbio3000 asks, because he saw my Iraq videos, that there was European trucks there. Yeah, those are the trucks that I drove. I did drive European and American trucks. How do they compare? I do really like the European trucks, like the Mercedes and the Volvos have a really superb ride. Much better than like my International here, that's for sure. But there's no real bunk space, so I guess that's the trade-off. I like the ride of the European trucks. I do like the setup of, like, you can get the Mercedes that we drove were very basic inside, but you can get some of the more, once you get more options in there and whatnot. I suppose it could be comfortable and nice, but you are in a very small, cramped quarters. Like, we're small enough here as it is, but those ones you'd be even more. Alrighty, Car 350 ZMM asked about the little thing beside my GPS here, and we'll do a little video of it here. I can't do it with that camera, but I'll take my little Sony Bloggy and I'll insert it right here. I'm assuming you're talking about this little thing right here. That's my satellite radio receiver. So GPS, satellite radio receiver. Okay. That's simple enough, right? 200 Sunny asks, can you get a part-time job going like Friday evening, come back on Sunday? Yeah, actually you can. Some of the grocery warehouses, places like that, actually even some of the bigger companies, there's lots of part-time jobs out there. So if all you're looking for is part-time, like maybe you're going to school Monday to Friday or something like that, and you want to do truck driving on the weekends, yeah, there's all kinds of part-time nights, weekends. Those are all the shifts that nobody really wants, so actually you probably find a part-time job a lot easier than a full-time. Okay, Shane 3214 asks, can you update construction and yearly changes, and if so, is it at an additional cost? Well, I've only had it for like a couple of weeks now, not even. By the time this video goes up, it'll be 2 weeks. I went online, they don't, it checks for updates. I had the one update when I hooked up originally. And I did figure out how to download the Telran stuff, which I will do a separate video on, so you guys can watch out for that. So we'll find out. I really can't tell you right now. As far as I know, the updates are free, but I don't know, to be honest with you. I'll try to see if I can find something out though. Okay, Shane 3214 asked an awesome question. Is there room for golf clubs underneath the cab? Actually, I have seen some drivers carry a small set with them. Sometimes...
Message from the dark side there is.
That's my new notification thing. I know. Weird. Anyway, yeah, I have seen some guys carry golf clubs, so I'll have to say yes to that one. I don't golf myself, but yeah, I'll say yes. Okay, Benjamin LVAD asks, what is the sound in the background when you're stopped? It sounds kind of like an engine running. Well, actually, you can probably hear it right now, and it is. It's my APU, the tri-pack. It's what powers the AC when I'm stopped, or the heat. It also keeps the voltage in the battery up so that my power inverter doesn't suck the battery dry. For my fridge or my cooler, my TV, and all my accessories, my microwave. So yeah, the APU is an awesome little tool to have. It also only burns on an average, like a 10-hour break, it'll burn about a gallon and a half of fuel. Whereas if you're running your truck and idling your truck, it's going to burn about a gallon an hour. So a lot of companies are going to the APU system. There's different ones out there. So yeah, it's a little generator APU type thingamadoohickey. Okay, Cool Boy Well. Well, Cool Boy E-Well. Asked that because I'm out of Ontario. When I'm going to Chicago or Cleveland, do I cross the Blue Water Bridge in Michigan? Actually, I crossed, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's the one up in Sarnia, Port Huron. That's our dedicated border that we cross up there when we're going to Chicago. If I'm going to Cleveland or in Ohio, the southern, well, that part of Ohio, anyway, we cross at Buffalo, Fort Erie. And when we're going to Carolinas, we cross at Thousand Islands, Lansdowne, Alexandria Bay, New York. So those are our three main crossings that we cross at. Okay, J.R. Hodes 1989, I hope I said it right. Wherever did you find that catchy intro music? It came with the program that I used to edit. I'd like to give you a better answer, but that's it. Sorry. Okay, DEA72 Able asks, how do you pack food for 2 or 3 or more weeks in a cooler? Might be a good idea for a video. Well, we don't really need a video because you're not going to get 2 or 3 weeks worth of food in a cooler. Okay, refrigerated food most times is only going to last you about a week for like your cold cuts and stuff like that. Any frozen foods that you buy, if you're only running a cooler, you're not going to be keeping them frozen. So generally you're going to want to eat them within 4 or 5 days of buying them, because they're going to thaw out, and then they're going to be, I mean, they're going to be kept cool and everything, but you don't want to keep them in there too long. You know, depending on what you have in there, like mustards and ketchups and stuff like that. I mean, milk, obviously, you can replenish. Milk is an easy one to replenish. You replenish that from the truck stops. Yeah, you save money if you go to a Walmart Supercenter, but you know, you can get milk in the truck stops. But your lunch meats and stuff like that, basically, when I used to be out 2-3 weeks at a time, I would find a Walmart Supercenter at least once a week, and I'd replenish. Dry goods like canned soups and things like that, dry foods, easy enough to store in the truck, in a bin, like you've seen in my tour of my inside of my truck there in the video. It's on the shelving. Got to be creative. Use Rubbermaid for storing foods and stuff like that if you want. All available at Walmart. Walmart's a great place. Don't knock it. Everyone says, oh, it's all that, you know, foreign shit, but you know what? The price is right. So anyways, yeah, you basically have to stop to do groceries at least. If you're gone for 2-3 weeks at a time, you will have to stop at least once, maybe twice a week. Usually on average once a week. You can get away with stopping and buying enough food to fill the cooler and get through the week. Okay, Rock and Rolla Revolution. Congrats on I guess starting your career with CR England is where you're going to be starting off at. I don't know if you've already got your license or if you're just going there for the full training or whatever, but congrats. Hope you like it. They're a big company, so I don't know anything about CR England. I see their trucks all the time, but you know, good luck. 200 Sunny asked another question. Did you pass your A road test in the first job back when you did road test for AZ? I'm going for second time. Any tips? Yeah, I got lucky, I guess. I passed the test the first time round. Do I have any tips? Think of happy thoughts. I know it's very nerve-wracking. I've watched many guys fail several times over just because they let their nerves get to them. You know, when you're nervous, you panic, you don't think clearly. So just think of it as an everyday thing. Try not to think of the person being beside you as your tester. You know, just do it, you know. That's it. Just think of happy thoughts. Okay. This is a bit of a weird question. 10 Nick W, and I don't mean to embarrass you or, you know, make fun of you or anything. He asks, can you say something about how to take care of your trash? Same as I do at home. I take it and I throw it out. I know what you mean. No, I have a garbage can here in the truck. It's back here. Garbage can. And I usually have plastic baggies in it. I just actually went and dumped my trash. But basically, whenever you get to a truck stop, when you're fueling up, just, you know, pretty much dump your trash. They always have trash cans there. And if you're not fueling up and you have trash, your trash can is full and your garbage can is full, then just get out of your truck and take your trash and go dump it in a trash can. It's pretty simple, and for any of you new guys, I suggest you don't let your trash build up, because it can create quite a stink in a truck. It is a small space. It does get hot in here when you're not in the truck, so try not to leave your truck parked with trash in it also, because like I said, it gets hot in here. So yeah, that's basically it. You get rid of your trash by taking it and putting it in the garbage can. Brandy084 asks, why is it a bad idea to take the truck home? Okay, so you guys remember in my you know, first year trucking video there for you new guys, it's not necessarily a bad thing to take the truck home, but you got to remember, if you take the truck home, you're at their beck and call. Okay, there's nothing to stop them from calling you and saying, hey, listen, you know what, you're the closest driver to this, blah blah blah, We need this picked up ASAP. I'll owe you. Can you go out and do this early? Can you leave your home early? Can you shorten your... There's 101 excuses they're going to come up with to call you and ask you to start early. Now, I know sometimes some of you guys, you know, you don't have a second car, terminal's not that close to you. You have no choice but to bring the truck home or close to home. But if you can avoid taking the truck home, I suggest you do that. You know, have a car at your terminal, at your work that you can take home, leave the truck at work. I mean, I did it for years where I parked the truck outside beside my house there, and you know, it never failed. At least once a month I got a phone call, hey Jerry, can you leave a little bit early? We got this load that's, you know, hot rush, got to be there, blah blah blah. You know, I'll owe you. Well, yeah, but they always owe you and you never really get it back. So if you don't have the truck there, they can't call you and say, can you leave early? Well, they can, but you can say, hey, sorry dude, I've been drinking beer all afternoon, I can't leave. Works for me. So anyway, that's my reason for not taking the truck home. Okay guys, I mean, you can, there's nothing really wrong with it, but if you want true home time and not be bothered, don't take the truck home unless you have no choice. If we had a question here, the Macho Cyclone, where you guys get these names? Okay, any rate, it's in regards to if someone drove trucks in the military, will, you know, companies hire some don't? And that's really, you know, tough question. I've worked with you know, guys that drove trucks in the military when I was over in Iraq. You know, they're pretty well trained, and you know, you go through some really odd situations there because you're hauling stuff that in a way that wouldn't be done here. So I would think companies would count that towards a little bit of experience, but at the same token, the rules and regs for the military are completely different than civilian trucking, in the fact, you know, tie down, securement, procedure, things like that. Just have seen it myself, and having to abide by some of those rules. Even being a civilian trucker in Iraq, we were under U.S. Military rule, if you will. So I would hope that your military experience would count, but that's again up to the individual company. So it's, you know, you got to kind of call around and check. They may say yeah, no problem. It gives you an edge, but they'll still put you through training. Okay, they're not going to just put you straight out in the truck. They might put you with an evaluator, not as much of a trainer, but an evaluator for a couple of weeks just to see if your skill level is there. So don't be offended if they say, well, we're going to send you out with a trainer for a few weeks. Just jump on it, go for it. You know, say, yeah, okay, no problem. Show them what you're made of. Show them what you got. Okay, so I got a good question here for Shane3214. This will be the last question for the Q&A this week, guys. He asks, now I got a little confused at first when he wrote this. My girl of 7 years and I are about 3 weeks from, and I won't say the name, trucking school. Way excited. I know you don't run team, but I was wondering if you had advice or anything specific for our situation. At first, when you said my girl of 7 years, I was thinking you had a 7-year-old daughter that you were going to take with you. My apologies, my bad. I'm thinking this is your girlfriend, wife, you know, yeah, sorry. So, you know, couples teaming up is, I talk to couples that love it, and I've seen couples break up because of it. So it's a real good test of your ability to live with each other in a really small space. You gotta remember, when one's driving, the other's sleeping, and vice versa. And you gotta have total trust in each other, etc., etc. And I know you say, oh yeah, we trust each other. Well, when you're on terra firma on the ground, you know, walking around at home, driving your car in the city, it's something totally different. When you're on the road, on the highway, and all the different situations can get thrown at you, it can be really tough for couples. But if you guys can, you know, manage to, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for here, persevere, or you know, if you guys can really, you know, stand each other, you know, I mean, sure, try it, but if you can, you know, the two of you you're gonna make awesome money. I can tell you that right now. Running team, you will make awesome money as a team, because you remember, team drivers can make anywhere from $60,000-$70,000 a year each. So you do the math, and that depends at what you're running and how long you stay out. Okay, guys, if you're running team, I mean, you're running East Coast, West Coast, and you're just hauling ass all the time, you're gonna make a shitload of money between the two of you. And you know, the money goes in basically one coffer type thing, you know, because you're a couple. But so anyways, yeah, give it a try. But you know, if you guys find yourselves starting to you know, nag or not get along, then it's time to either stop team driving or do things a little differently. Anyways, guys and gals and folks and drivers and newbies and rookies and crusty old farts like me, and just had a fly in front of me. Holy crap, that wasn't that much of a tongue twister, but yet I still managed to twist it. So anyways, that's Q&A for this week. I know we didn't do one last week. This is going to be a super long one for this week. Hopefully I can edit out some of the boring crap that I did in between. So, but anyway, yeah, so everyone have a good week, and keep the comments and questions coming. Those that I didn't get to this week, I apologize. I'll try to get to them another time, or just, you know, keep asking questions, guys. I'll get to them. There's a lot coming in, so it's a lot to cover. Some I will answer online, just because there is quite a few coming in, and then other ones I'll do here on the Q&A. And so anyways, that's it for this week, guys. Enjoy.